Welcome to Humanity Chats. Today we get to talk about community service and learn from the Ghanaian Women Association of Georgia. Hi, I am Marjy, your hostess with the mostest. We come to you on Thursdays to talk about everyday issues that impact humans. As I said earlier, we are talking with a group today. We have one of your past presidents with us. Her name is Adiza Haruna, and she will be sharing about Ghana Women's Association of Georgia. This group has been doing some amazing things. I think I have to read off the script. Um, I came into contact with this group a few years ago, and within that time, they have supported 32 hospitals, several organizations. They have given out scholarships. Headquartered in Atlanta, the Ghanaian Women's Association of Georgia promotes entrepreneurship for minority women in Georgia and empowers women in underserved communities in Ghana. They have provided scholarships, as I said earlier. Currently, GWAG has donated to and supported hospitals at Yendi, Elmina, Oda, Kolebu, Adaklo, Ho. I mean, so many. Tamale. You will get to learn more once we have Adiza Haruna with us. So without much further ado, we're going to go into the green room and we're going to find Adiza. If you're here, welcome, welcome. Share this link with your network, invite them. Welcome to our podcast listeners. Welcome to our YouTube viewers. This is Humanity Chats. That music always has me going. Hello, Adiza.
Hello, Marge.
How are you today?
I am doing wonderful. How about yourself?
Well, by His grace, it's good to see you. We are excited to learn about the Ghana Women's Association of Georgia today.
Thank you, and thank you for having me at your studio. It's just the perfect time. I'm very excited to be here and share what we've always wanted to share with the world around us. So thank you.
Well, you are welcome. Before we get into the conversation, though, what we like to do at Humanity Chats to break the ice is we like for our guests to share fun things, at least three fun things that you'd like to do or that you enjoy before we get into the meat of the conversation.
Well, you have me here for one thing, and that's probably going to be one of my fun things to do. Going out there and giving beyond myself. That is, I deem it a lot of fun because it brings me fulfillment, and it's just exciting. I like it to keep moving. I cannot sit still. So this is just the opportunity and the right time and thing for me to do in my pastime. I also enjoy brisk walking. I walk a lot. I can go from Accra to Tamale and I don't know that I'm walking. Someone has to just call me and say stop. So that's one fun thing I like to do. I also love to cook and I love to eat. Again, I just have to be stopped. So these are the three things I can share.
Well, I love the cooking part. So I think the next time I'm in Georgia, I'm gonna have to hold your leg to it and come and taste some of your home cooked meals.
Not a problem at all. At all. You are most welcome. That's I enjoy doing it. So
Now, from your name, Adiza, I can tell, are you Muslim?
I am Muslim. I have a very my background. It's a little bit confusing when I start opening up to people because I'm Ga. Um, my father is Ga. That's Ni Kwashi. That's my maiden name. My Ghana name is Lamli Kwashi. So, and I think I have that on my Facebook name. Interestingly, my mom she hails from Nigeria, northern Nigeria, but she was raised in Ghana. My late mother, that is. So it's a whole, diverse. My grandparents on both sides are from Brazil. Um, I don't know anything about Brazil, so don't ask me questions. So technically, Ghana Muslim.
Well, I'm happy to learn that. And the reason why I asked you is because, it was just a celebration of Eid, and you talked about how you like to cook. So I'm assuming that you had a feast at your house, and I'm sorry that I missed that.
I it was my wish to have a feast. It turns out it wasn't a feast with a lot of people. It was just us at home, and the feast is actually coming this coming weekend. So if you want to join me, you are most welcome.
Well, thank you, Adiza. It's so good to have you here. We want to learn about the Ghanaian Women's Association of Georgia. I know you've done some amazing things. You are a past president and an advisory board member. So please share with us, what is the vision? How did this organization get started?
Okay, I will try and not to go too much into it since I don't know how much time I have because there's quite a lot to talk about how it started and how we evolved to get here. We initially and to start from the very beginning, I want to tell everyone listening here that this is a vision that's a man came up with, the coming together of women to try and promote the welfare of women and children was an idea that a male guy shared with female friends. I think in the beginning there were just three ladies who were in a conversation and sharing ideas about what we want to do. And so that's just the very beginning, how GWAC started. Um, Over time, they came up with an agenda, a goal, and from that time on, the recruitment process started. So I was recruited at the formative stage, which was somewhere in 2007 when the ladies had grown a little bit in number. They were seven at the time. And I attended a meeting as a guest. And right away, I thought this was just it for me. So I joined at the time during the meeting. And that was the day I also became the founding secretary. It was not something I was expecting to do, but hey, that's just what met me on that day. So seven members on the day I attended, and then we had some kind of membership drive. We sort of hosted an inaugural meeting where we recruited more people. And that day we were able to grow up to 13, if I'm not mistaken, or more. And then we sort of, started our plan, our strategy, what we needed to do. When we started this organization, it was more about giving back, promoting welfare of minorities, women, children, doing community service, and a whole lot of things. So we were mainly engaged locally, which means we took time and went around our communities and served, ranging from, going to serve meals. Atlanta Community Food Bank was one of our main places that we used to go to. We used to go to park medication at MedShare. We also did some themed based walks to support our community and promote healthy living. We did quite a few things locally, and then we started to look beyond the local community. At that point, we decided we were going to just be donating items. We started off with adoption of an orphanage somewhere in the Western region. So we sort of, it was semi, kind of pseudo adoption. We went there, and then we sort of always came together and packed clothing and used items, and then we'll ship it to Ghana and donate to these people, children. Then we moved forward with another adoption where we adopted two girls through Plan International. where we were donating to support these girls and their communities for a while. And then a few years ago in 2015, we came together and decided we wanted to do more. And at that stage, we sort of brainstormed and then we came up with the idea of um, supporting maternity and mother and baby health care. So we decided that, well, life begins with childbirth. And everybody who has lived in Ghana knows exactly what the situation is like. So we did not see it as any mission or goal that was ever going to fail. So we started off just as such in 2015. And then we launched the program. Then we started off a campaign, to support some hospitals. So we initially started off with just three hospitals, one in the central region, one in the northern region, and then one in the eastern region, after which we adopted Elmina. So that's where it all started, the project. But we have come far. We started off with little projects, and then this became our main. And then we also decided we wanted to support our girls here. So alongside the maternity ward adoption project or support project, we also have a program where we donate to young ladies of high school graduation age and college freshmen. And these are one-time scholarships on an annual basis per need. So that's what we've been up to. And we are also heavily engaged in community service here. That's where we started, and that's where we have been. It's always has to start from home. Most of us have lived most part of our lives here, so charity begins at home, right? So this is where we are, and that's what we do.
Wow, that is impressive. Viewers, listeners, if you are just joining us, we are speaking to past president of GWAG, Adiza Haruna, out of Georgia, and she has just given us an overview of how the organization got started and the kind of impact that the organization has had since it got started. You can learn more about GWAG by visiting GWAG's website, and that is on the ticker is ghanawoman.org, https ghanawomen.org. Learn more. I believe they have a fundraiser coming up. They've had several fundraisers. Now, Atiza, I know that your organization has supported so many hospitals in Ghana, and this year you would have supported 36 hospitals. How do you come about choosing these hospitals that you support?
Okay, sorry. We There's so many different ways we come about. We Our main agenda is to donate and support hospitals in underserved communities, which means these could be very remote areas, and also underserved could be a big hospital that's really supporting the smaller healthcare centers around the area, and so they also need some support to be able to support the others. So what we start off with our members, that's part of the benefits of being a member, just in case someone has that question in mind. We start off with our members, who most of whom have always received requests from external entities. We get a lot of these requests since we started. It's been coming in, so we sit down and we evaluate, each and every nominated ward in a hospital that comes in. Mind you, I stated that our goal is to make sure we are covering those that need it most. So we look at that, and then we sort of have the facilities send us a statement of need, why they think that we should be donating to them. We get the pictures alongside with information and how it's going to benefit them, and then we sort of take it from there. And then we sort of have these facilities send the needs list. Our partners on ground, who are Rotary, we started off with Rotary Club, Accra Airport, and Rotary Airport City. They have been our partners on ground who have supported us. And recently, we also partnered with the First Lady Foundation, who has done a tremendous job of helping clear our supplies, store them, support us with the deployment and everything. So these are our partners. We also have GWAG members in Ghana. So when we start off like this, we initially get the nominations from our members. On occasion, our partners have nominated hospitals. For example, Rotary nominated 37. They were fixing the children's ward, and so we sort of supported in that effort. So it was more like twofold. Um, so from that point, we are able to know who we really want to work with. Once we evaluate everybody and every request, we then decide to pick a few based on our capacity. Everything depends on how much we are able to raise. Our annual goal has been $25,000. It probably could be more because we sort of are limited in how many hospitals we are able to support, because it takes a lot. You know, just picking the hospitals is nothing. It's not part of the work. The main work is once we get these hospitals on our list, we have to start sourcing the items from our suppliers. Our current supplier and our main supplier is in Tampa, Advocates for Well Health. That's our main supplier. We send out our needs list from each and every hospital after merging the lists, because we don't want duplications and we don't want to confuse our suppliers. So we merge a list, we send it out to the supplier. They give us a time frame, typically a month, and it mostly goes beyond a month because we try as much as possible to get as many of the items that the hospitals need as possible. So tons and tons of communications back and forth on that front. It takes a whole month. And then alongside that effort, we are also in touch with our partners on ground, keeping them updated. We are in touch with our hospitals, keeping them posted on where we are. And then we are also in touch with, in the past, we used to have a clearing agent that's worked with the Ministry of Health, which is where we started off. We talk to everybody. So there's a ton of communication management in between when we receive our supplies and then when we are satisfied with the items that get sourced. From that point, we start the process of shipment. And that's also a lot. We have to get the shipper and then, fill out a lot of paperwork. A lot of us have learned a lot through this process because, it's not what we think it is. So we get with our shipper here in Tampa. I think they are in Miami, sorry. And then we sort of work our way through. That's also a process that takes a minimum of a month and a maximum of who knows. It all depends on how quickly people are able to produce the requests, respond to requests. So at that point, we are almost done on this side. And then we connect with our partners on ground. We have a very big platform with us and the hospitals, and our partners, and then the shippers. Everybody is talking. So once we get the items, we start the process. We notify them of the arrival dates. We do the paperwork, we send it across, and then we send them the hospitals and needs list and what we are able to get. So once the items arrive, they help us. Ghana Health Service used to clear our items because we normally get our tax exemptions applications in place before we even do anything. So lately, the Rebecca Foundation has added us to their exemption. So that's really a big plus, and we are very grateful to them for doing that. So we ship our items through them, and then they clear it and then bring it to the warehouse. Then we schedule dates with our healthcare professionals from the various hospitals, and we work through the schedule and then find a pickup dates. They come in there. Of course, the media is always interested in seeing this type of effort, so they show up as well, and then we disperse the items, and then from that point we close the project. So this is just in summary. That's start to finish. That's how we select and then we deploy.
Wow, this is amazing. What an effort. And so, as you were saying, do you have a paid staff undertaking all this? Who is we?
We are a group of women who have come together with the strong belief that when we get empowered, we use our talents and resources to empower our families, our children, and our communities. So we believe and we sort of are inspired. None of us is paid. Interestingly, the majority of us started this when we were full-time mothers, full-time working parents, and we were very busy juggling, you know, work, family, and GWA. So we've done this, beyond self, and we have been very successful. The future is bright because we are, interestingly, the question you asked came at the right time because we are working towards getting steady source of income or donations. So while we are using our network, friends and family, and all the different people who support us to get this project to complete successfully, we cannot really tie an income to the work because it is so not stable. So we are working towards that. And in past years, our youth have also helped. I mean, they still help us. Interestingly, most of them were of college age. So I guess we were not strategic enough. At some point, we almost lost all our youth members to college. But they have been very instrumental in helping out. Some of them have marked it in their schools as internships. So that's another opportunity that we have for people who want to come and volunteer for GWA. So right now it's on a purely voluntary basis. There is no income attached to it.
This is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching, we are talking to Adiza Haruna of the Ghana Women's Association of Georgia. This is a purely philanthropic effort where these women are giving up their time, energy, money. And I see so many people have joined us watching. I see people saying thank you. We have Amma Poku. We have Viva G Wag from the Khadijas. Selassie Duwate says, wow, Adi Lamle Kwashi, you are a true Jiwa Georgia. Yes, hello, back at you. People are just thrilled listening to you, the belief and the empowerment. If you're watching, no matter where you are, whether you are in the UK, if you are listening, this podcast is in over 800 cities. These Black women, strong women who are running their families, have full time jobs, are giving up their time and their talent, energy to make sure that people are benefiting. They're sending beds to under resourced hospitals. They're sending wheelchairs. They're sending maternity supplies. They are providing scholarships for students of color. They are encouraging students to volunteer in the community. They are part of their city councils. They are out there in Georgia making an impact. We need to see more of this. We need to see a movement of this. Thank you. Thank you so much for setting such a great example. There's so many people here with comments thanking you, appreciating you. Ghana Women's Association, I believe your former handle is saying, I am getting emotional as PMP is speaking about the work and effort. And this is one thing that I can tell you, viewers and listeners. Sometimes when something is happening in your house, even Jesus was not accepted in his hometown. If something is happening in your house, you don't even realize how big it is. But what we are learning from Adiza today as to what these women have been doing since 2016, that they have been reaching these hospitals. Can you imagine the thousands of dollars? And they're getting their items at a discount. So even if they raise $25,000, they are giving items that cost way much more than that. And so they have benefited so many people, over $100,000 over the years. And it's unbelievable. Now you have an event coming up. I want our viewers and listeners to learn about the event.
Right. We do have an event coming up in barely 2 weeks. That's on May 14th, and it is yet another one of our fundraising galas. Thankfully, I would like to tell the world that Marj has been very instrumental in making us successful on and every night of our gala. She's been in attendance. She's given us her all the way from South Carolina. So thank you so much, Margie, and we look forward to seeing you again this year and doing what we do best. So the night of May 14th, we have an upcoming event. It's going to be at the Concourse Athletic Club in Dunwoody between the King and Queen buildings, if you know it. We have a flyer out there. We have ticket sales at various outlets, Eventbrite being the main, where you can buy tickets on our website, which via PayPal. You can also go through Cash App and Zelle. We are donating supplies to make 5 additional hospitals, and that will be a total of 36 hospitals that we've donated to once we complete this successfully. The hospitals are namely Axim Hospital, Latte Hospital, um, Baptist Medical Center, which is in the northern region somewhere. We are donating to Tetekwashi Memorial Hospital, and yeah, these hospitals are going to be beneficiaries of the upcoming fundraiser. We have Marjy March coming. We have our legendary DJ Fisho, who is coming all the way from Maryland. So he's going to be providing us beyond music for our quarantine fit. This is major. As of today, I don't know. We just got another big piece of news, and I wanted to put it out here. And I'm sorry if others are not aware because this came in like last minute and I have a platform. I don't want to miss the opportunity to make that announcement. We have information that the second lady of our Republic of Ghana is um, attending our event on May 14th. So if you have not purchased your ticket, this is your big opportunity. It's going to be a wonderful night. It will be a great night. We know we are going to be very successful. We have never failed in completing and accomplishing our goals. It is a night that when you miss, you always look back and say, oh, I wish I was there, because it's actually a lot. We do so much in one night. It's just unbelievable. So May 14th, we have DJ Fisho, we have all-time Marjy March. We also have Amelia Ling coming from Ohio. She's an OBGYN, and she also has a healthcare facility in Ghana that caters for maternal health and childbirth. So she's actually the perfect person to have as our very one and only guest speaker. She's going to be there. She's going to share some very detailed insights on exactly what goes on ground, which most of you, especially if you come from Ghana, you will know about. But we want to hear firsthand from MD Amelia Ling. So she's coming as well. Event starts at 7 p.m. prompt. So we want people to be on time. If you have attended GWAG events, you know we start on time and we finish on time. If you come in late, you will probably be coming to help clean up. So don't be the cleaner. Just come in and have fun, and let's raise some funds together and support our healthcare facilities. If you are not involved or you cannot attend, don't worry. We have so many ways you can help. You know, we have outlets for donations. You can go to our main website, which is the www.ghanawomen.org. And note it is ORG. We've had people go to .com and there's no telling what's there. So note it's ORG. Go there. There's a big button there on every tab. It says donate. And there are several ways you can donate. We have the GoFundMe page as well as on that main page, Zelle, Cash App. You can donate in every way. If you are not, you want to actually go beyond donation, you can join us as a member. We always accept new members. We are very diverse. We are very diverse. We are virtual, so you don't have an excuse. If you are out of state, we do have out of state members. If you are non-Ghanaian, we do have non-Ghanaian members. The only members we don't have are the males. We actually prefer it because they are supposed to be our backbone, and you all know men can multitask. So if we just engage them, then only one thing will get done. So come to our event on May 14th and be part of history. Be counted. Be counted. If you cannot come, like I said, there's so many ways. We also have a Friends of GWAG, which is, we call it the FOG program, which allows you, it's a great opportunity for you to support our cause. It is a monthly subscription at various levels. You can be a benefactor, you can be a member, you can be a friend, you can be a patron. There are different levels of what's it called, subscription. So come and be a part of GWAG in one way or the other. You can be a member, you can be a subscriber, you can be a sponsor. We have a lot of sponsors in our upcoming events. You can buy a page if you have a business or you just want to give a shout out. You are free to come in and purchase it. If you go to our website, all of the information you need is there. Everything you need is there. And if you don't have all your answers, there is a button to click, which is the info@ghanawomen.org. We monitor that inbox almost like every second. So again, don't be missed. Don't be missed at all. We don't have a limit to what you can donate. We don't have a minimum. We don't have a maximum. So whatever you want to do it now. There is no such a thing as tomorrow, especially that we don't have a limit. You can give as little as you can and as much as you can. As Mother Teresa puts it, if you cannot feed 100, you can feed one. So from one end to the other, you should be able to donate to support us. And we look forward to seeing you there, actually, if you can make it. So that's what we have. One thing I want to tell our potential members or donors or anyone who has yet to support us is that we are ever evolving and growing. If you count from when we started, it started from 3 to 7 to 13 to the 20s and 30s. Now there's 76 strong women who all believe in one cause. So if you are a like-minded woman and you sort of share our vision, which we have highlighted today, you are very welcome to join GWAG. We have future plans, and they are very big plans. We are planning on adopting and transforming more wards, which is our way of tracking the impact and showing our donors the difference they are making. So thanks be to our donors. We want to really immensely thank you tonight, because if you were not there for us and if you did not believe in our cause, we probably wouldn't be here. So come in, join us, connect with us, and know that you'll be fulfilled.
This is just wonderful. Tickets are available on the website. For those that are watching, it's on the ticker, ghanawomen.org. If you are not able to attend the event, please donate. And if you're watching this after the event, go ahead, donate as well. Support a great cause. I like that quote of Mother Teresa. If you cannot support 100, support one. And if you can't support one, help somebody support one. So we are all going to put our resources together to do something great. I love what this organization stands for. Not only are these women helping with resources in Ghana, they are also helping their communities locally. It's amazing. Supporting young adults who are enrolling in college, helping them become our future leaders. If you don't like this, then I don't know what else you want to hear. I'm telling you, go to ghanawomen.org to support this organization. Adiza, this has been amazing. We've had people yelling, actually, supporting you, thanking you. Go Dunwoody, go GWAG, go PMP. You're doing great. We love you, GWAG. This is just amazing. Thank you, Tina Jones. If you can't feed 100, you can feed one. I'm so impressed with the work that GWAG is doing. Unfortunately, we don't have so much time, but for those of you who tuned in, over 800 cities who tuned in to listen to Adiza Haruna today, you have learned something positive. This is giving you joy. This is giving you hope for the future. So support the Ghana Women's Association of Georgia. Go to the website to learn more. I can go down the list of hospitals, and I tell you, if you cannot do this by yourself, you can do it when we put our resources together. Yendi Municipal, Elmina, Oda Government Hospital, Kolebu ICU, Adaklo, Ho West, Ho Central, Ampenyi, Tamale, Tema, Etibie, Ejura, Cape Coast, 37 Military Hospital, Akosombo, UCC, Brenau, Inkasiem, Damfa, Surplus Cape Coast Teaching, Lekma, Kumbungu, Akwesimintim, Eastern Regional, Takrady Government, Dansuman Polyclinic, my very favorite, because I am a Dansuman girl. Yes, Rebecca Foundation, and the upcoming hospitals, Axim Hospital, Tete Kwashi Memorial Hospital, Latte Health Clinic, Baptist Medical Center, and I am an Equiapim girl. So when I hear Latte, I hear Inturiate, Mayo Bale. People, come support Ghana Women's Association of Georgia. We haven't even talked about the scholarships, the community service, looking at their website, looking at the pictures, feeling empowered. It has been an honor and a joy to be able to be part of the Ghana Women's Association of Georgia, going to their fundraisers year after year. Last year, as a result of COVID, we were not able to gather physically, but we had a virtual fundraiser, and we are so thankful to everybody who joined and supported that cause. This year, is in person. You get to meet the second lady of Ghana, the ever beautiful, wonderful, charismatic, dynamic Hajia. You come on, come see her beautiful smile, and come check out her swag, because she is indeed extraordinary. Hajia Adiza, before we leave, I know that you have some parting words for everybody who is watching. And so I'm going to leave you to give those parting words. People, take the earwax out and hear Adiza.
Well, I would like to read my parting words, and this is actually a quote from Alice Walker, who is a writer, a poet, and somehow an activist. So it goes: I advocate that every woman be a part of a circle that meets at least once a month, or if you cannot do that, once every 2 months or every 4 months. But you have to have a circle, a group of people, smart, wise, can-do women who are in the world doing their work, and you need to meet with them as often as you can so that they can see what you're doing and who you are, and who you can see the same from them. You can talk to each other about the world, about your lives, in a circle of trust and safety. It is crucial for our psychological health and our spiritual growth. It is very essential. And then Einstein says, it is until you start living outside of yourself that you actually start to live. So let's not be in our small corners. Come out, join forces. We all know what happens when a group of women come together. It is immense. It is powerful. So let's do it and not waste it. We do have so much more to give than we can imagine. So thank you, Marj, for the opportunity. And again, I wanted to say a special thank you to all our donors and anyone who has supported our cause one way or the other. We greatly, immensely appreciate you.
Well, on behalf of everybody that is watching and listening, I'd like to say thank you to you, Adiza. And you know what? Yes, let us do something outside of ourselves, because sometimes you may even be feeling down if you're just focused on you, but you can tap into other people's joy. Can you imagine the joy and the pride that I feel when I see those beds that are being delivered in Ghana? As I'm sitting here eating my chicken, I'm thinking, I'm not so bad. I've helped with something back home. Or if I see a kid enrolling at Georgia Tech. I know that, I may not have paid that kid's tuition, but I did help in a small way, shape, or form. So, people, if you're watching or listening, this is another task for you. Share this with your network. We know you belong to different platforms. This is your time. Share it with at least 5 people. Tell them to keep sharing it. We want to see the circle going, and we want to see your support on May 14th. We want to see your support starting now, and we want to see your support even after the fundraiser. And you know what? Come, come, come. It's a great time for us to fellowship together. Mother's Day is coming up. We are going to be remembering our mothers. Everybody has a mother, whether your mom is in heaven or your mom is with you right here. We have to support mothers in all the communities that we belong to. And so this is your chance. And I see that people are commenting, become a part of our love for Ghana. Yes, they're here to serve. Well said, Adi. Rashida said, wow, wow, wow. Woohoo, never failed. The love is amazing. Thank you. Thank you to everybody putting comments out there. And if you're here, I told you, share with your network. You have no excuse. But some of you went to different boarding schools. Go put it on those platforms. Tell people about GWAG. And if you don't want to share this program, well, share the GWAG website, share the GoFundMe, make it simple. People, we are living in a clickable state right now. So if it's going to be complicated to share that video, share the GoFundMe and tell them to donate. Thank you all for joining us tonight. This has been Adiza and Marjy coming to your screens with a lot of love. We have enjoyed hanging out with you for the past 40 minutes. I know we did exceed our time, but we had a lot of information to share. Go to GhanaWomen.org. I guess I have to keep reminding you, GhanaWomen.org, GhanaWomen.org, GhanaWomen.org. We want your support. We appreciate you. This has been Humanity Chats with Marjy. We come to you to talk about everyday issues that impact humans. If you're not subscribing, this is your time. Hit that subscribe button. Yes. And don't forget to leave that review as well. Now go. You have homework. You have to start calling, texting, WhatsApping, telling your people to tell their people about the Ghana Women's Association of Georgia. Let's go. Stop it.